A Florissant woman is charged with 2 counts of child abuse and kidnapping after police say she beat her 5-year-old boy, locked him in a closet, and left him tied up for hours unsupervised. Fox News' Max Dieknight is at the St. Louis County Courthouse with the disturbing allegations.
26-year-old Alease Chambers remains behind bars here at the St. Louis County Jail after police say her own friend called 911. A friend spending the night at the Florissant home described the punishment used on the 5-year-old boy as brutal. They called police after Chambers allegedly locked him in a closet and zip-tied his hands behind his back. The child was allegedly covered in marks and bruises. Chambers is accused of using belts, cords, and zip ties to punish the victim for sneaking food. The 5-year-old was taken to the hospital in part for malnourishment. Neighbors on Low-Key Drive say they are stunned to hear this happen.
That's unbelievable that people would do that to their children still. I can't believe it. I feel sorry for that kid. I feel sorry for any kid who's abused.
My heart sank thinking that it could have been happening while just right across the street. I hope that her kids are getting help.
St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney Melissa Price Smith reacted to the case Friday, saying she's grateful for the courageous friend who documented the abuse. She added, quote, "Our office will do everything in our power to hold this defendant accountable for these unconscionable actions against this vulnerable child and to comfort and empower the child through the difficult process ahead." Debbie Eddington, a grandmother of 15, lives right down the street. She says she sees kids playing in the neighborhood all the time, which makes this alleged abuse even more devastating.
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart for an innocent child to suffer like that. I would wrap that baby in my arms and try to make him feel safe.
Chambers is being held on a $250,000 cash-only bond. She's due back in court on Wednesday. Reporting in Clayton, Max Dieknight, Fox 2 News.
What's up, everybody? This is Mr. 100K a day. Thank you for tuning in here at 100K Paralegal Services. And today we're going to be talking about Alease Chambers, who is now charged with child abuse for assaulting, abusing, restraining, zip tying her son, throwing him in the closet, and basically getting snitched on by a friend of hers. So, congrats to the friend for having the guts to stand up to her friend and notice that this child was being abused and hidden in the closet and all those other abusive things. So, Alease Chambers, is all on Facebook, on Instagram and everything, out eating, enjoying life, showing her behind. But at the same time, she's a lousy mother. Completely lousy mother. She's been arrested and charged with child abuse, of course. Hopefully she never gets any of her kids back. Maybe this is just a coincidence, but the day that all of this occurred was on the 17th of February, 2025. Earlier that day, on the 17th of February, she posted the following message on Facebook. She posted, "This little boy is stressing me TF out." So apparently she was talking about her son, the same one that she ended up abusing and throwing into the closet and zip tying. And of course, she's in jail for it right now. The probable cause affidavit, going over exactly what led to her being arrested, it covers a lot of stuff. It's pretty brutal. It has pictures and everything that we have that we're going to show. But, apparently she's been arrested for first-degree murder previously. She has charges right now pending for burglary and stealing. So this girl is definitely a roughneck. So this is what it says. The facts supporting this belief are as follows. On 2/17/25, police were notified of a child abuse incident by a friend of the defendant. The friend reported that she had stayed the night at the defendant's house the night before. The reporting party noticed that victim PC, a 5-year-old, was singled out for punishments that the reporting party described as brutal. On multiple occasions, the defendant would have PC ball his fists up and would beat his knuckles with her phone. The defendant had him do wall squats longer than anyone in the military should. The defendant locked PC in a closet and blocked him in with a dresser. Around 3 a.m., the reporting party woke up hearing PC screaming, crying, and begging something to stop, sounding like it was coming from downstairs. The reporting party got up in the morning and noticed that PC was not in the bedroom with his brothers. The defendant says PC is downstairs. The reporting party goes downstairs and finds PC zip tied with his hands behind his back on the floor with his pants around his ankles. PC was covered in marks and bruises. This was videoed by the reporting party. The other children at home corroborated that the defendant beats PC with belts, cords, hangers, and makes PC stay in the closet. Victim PC was taken to the hospital and was admitted in part for malnourishment. Defendant admitted that she uses belts, cords, and zip ties to punish the victim for sneaking food. She also admitted to leaving PC zip tied for at least 2 to 3 hours. The defendant is PC's biological mother. I have reason to believe the defendant is a danger to the crime victim and the community based on the seriousness of the offense, as well as previous arrests for first-degree murder, assault on a law enforcement officer. Additionally, she has a pending case in this circuit for burglary second and 4 counts of stealing. I believe the defendant will not appear in court in response to a criminal summons, and a warrant is requested. This is horrible. So, guys, I hope, the legal process plays out. But, when she's caught on video doing this stuff, spanking the boy, admitting to some of this conduct, has pictures of some of the things she's done to this boy, is probably no getting out of this thing from a legal perspective. One of the issues I have is that a lot of guys get caught up on the physical, the skin, the body, the sexuality associated with a woman. And we look past a lot of the negative things that she does in her disposition, That's why when I date women outside of my marriage, I ask them off the flip, hey, what's your relationship with your father? Do you have any kids? Have you had any abortions? Do you have any previous trauma? Things like that that's going to affect the way she interacts with the world. And I think this woman had a lot of issues. If you look at her Facebook page or Instagram page, you can see that she maybe was projecting something, she was hiding something, and she also was suffering from something. So we'll see how everything turns out. I hope she gets a lot of time in prison, get some psychological help. She's in the Missouri system, so her kids are going to end up in the Missouri Department of Social Services, and they are extremely punitive. I went to court myself and won my paternity case through the Missouri child support system and paternity system, but the Missouri part of social service is all the way different. They have a liking to separate black families anyway, especially when it's a father involved. So that's probably, I've heard that about a lot of states, social service programs across the United States, where they like to separate black kids from their family because it really pushes the agenda that they really have. Because the black family the black family divided is a very weak black family. It feeds the criminal justice system. It feeds the prison population eventually. And it's just part of the overall institutionalized racism that is really implemented throughout all states. So it's going to be hard for her to get her children back. She's going to have to do a lot of work. And I'm sure the family members who are around who could potentially be eligible to even take the kids in are probably going to be prohibited. They're going to find a reason to block them and from getting the kids and all type of other things. So we'll see how things turn out, guys. I'm going to keep y'all updated, but this is Mr. 100K a day. Tell me what y'all think in the comments about this mom. Should she ever get the kids back? Should she ever actually have access to the kids again? And how can we prevent things like this from happening within the community? How can we prevent things like this from happening? It's a sad thing, but, we got to find ways to work through it and get people help that they need before it becomes too late. Thank God her friend had enough guts to snitch on her, because it's a lot to snitch on your friend. If it's somebody you care about, you spend the night at their house, it's a lot to just snitch on them to the police and put them in a situation that's going to be life-altering. That's a lot, and I'm happy that she had the guts to do that. Anyway, this is Mr. 100K a day. Till next time, guys, take care of yourselves and each other, and please, 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 try to do the right thing, be safe, and take care of your kids, and watch the type of women that you procreate with and have kids with. Peace.